I'm Erin Poling, the CEO of Food Bank of the Rockies. Back in the early 1970s, a visionary woman named Kathy Hackworth Groth saw that bread was about to go to waste from her neighborhood grocery store. She picked up the bread and donated it to her church pantry. And then she heard that an entire truckload of pasta was about to go to waste. She could not imagine anything worse. Kathy rallied a group of friends, picked up the pasta, and made sure that it got into the hands of people in the community who didn't have enough food to eat. And Kathy envisioned a future in which there could be a central hub organization that would receive food rather than going to waste and distribute that food across a broader geographic region to people who are food insecure. Kathy and her friends' work resulted in that first small grant in 1978 and the formation of an organization called the Colorado Food Clearinghouse that eventually became Food Bank of the Rockies. Today, Food Bank of the Rockies has 36 vehicles on the road, 4 warehouses in 2 states, enough room to store more than 10 million pounds of food. And we work with more than 600 partner organizations, providing some or all of the food that they need to serve people in their local communities. This year alone, Food Bank of the Rockies will receive and distribute enough food for more than 54 million meals, serving our neighbors in need. All of this is only possible because of the support of our caring and generous community. Thank you.
Colorado Food Clearinghouse becomes a reality and distributes bread from a nearby Safeway, our first retail food donor, to Little Sisters of the Poor, our first partner agency. The food bank relocates to 47th and Joliet. The reclamation program begins. The food bank purchases its first semi-truck thanks to the support of partner agencies in the community. The expanded transportation fleet allows the food bank to distribute 6 million pounds of food that year. The first volunteer banquet honors the vital role volunteers play in our mission. First Lady Barbara Bush is one of our volunteers that year. Denver's Table Food Rescue Program is created to distribute surplus prepared food from restaurants and deliver it to agencies serving on-site meals. Food Bank of the Rockies opens its first Kids Cafe, serving meals to children facing hunger. The food bank distributes more than 10 million pounds of food in a year for the first time. The first Joe Sakic Celebrity Classic at Sanctuary raises $140,000 to fight childhood hunger. We open a warehouse in Grand Junction, serving 77 agencies on the western slope. Food Bank of the Rockies expands into Wyoming, opening a new warehouse near Casper to serve 170 programs across the state. The food bank begins distributing 2 USDA programs, the Community Supplemental Food Program and the Emergency Food Assistance Program. The food bank exceeds 20 million pounds distributed in 1 year. Food Bank of the Rockies moves to their current location. Totes of Hope launches, distributing weekend food to kids in low-income areas. Celebrities and politicians, including Ben Affleck, volunteer at the food bank during the 2008 Democratic National Convention. The food bank launches our first mobile pantry to aid rural hunger. Soon to follow, mobile pantries visit urban areas where more help is needed. Belco contributes $100,000 to help our Western Slope branch launch their dehydrator program. The food bank partners with 9 Cares, Colorado Shares to help distribute the largest food drive in the state. We work with Feeding Colorado to pass the Charitable Crop Donation Act, helping our Colorado farmers and ranchers with a tax credit for donating food they grow. The food bank completes a major remodel and adds capacity for 40% more food, a new area for more streamlined volunteer workspace, additional offices, and more refrigerators and freezers. The food bank commemorates 40 years fighting hunger and feeding hope. More than 53 million meals are distributed to hungry families through direct service programs and partner agencies.
As we look to Food Bank of the Rockies' future and our next 40 years, of course, there are so many uncertainties. One thing is for sure, we will be here. As long as there are hungry people in our community, Food Bank of the Rockies will do everything we can to make sure that they have enough food to eat. Generous donations of food from agricultural, wholesale, and retail partners help keep our racks full. Financial gifts from individuals, corporations, and foundations help keep our lights on, our refrigerators and our freezers cold, and our trucks on the road. And volunteers are absolutely critical for helping us prepare and distribute food. And our partner agencies help us feed families in need throughout our region. It takes a caring and generous community to ensure that hunger has a solution. We are grateful for every gift of food, funds, and time. As we continue finding the best and most efficient ways to ensure that families have the food they need to thrive, we are thankful for your support, both now and in the future. Together, we can solve hunger.